Well, the build-up leading to Halloween is exciting, but the holiday itself can be a bit overwhelming and even stressful for some kids.
Yeah, some kids may feel anxious about going trick-or-treating for the first time, or scared of the dark or the fun chaos. So Dr. Alison Mitzner, she's a pediatrician and author of Calm and Confident Parenting. She joins us to break down what could be stressing your child out about Halloween. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Hi.
All right, so we know that a lot of kids love Halloween, but many children may feel anxious about it. So before we get to your tips, can you walk us through what are some of the things that could be stressing kids about this holiday?
Sure. Yeah, there's all different stressors depending on the age, and it can happen at any age. The younger kids, it could be all new. It's the unknown of Halloween and what to expect. There's some kids at the age that they're still differentiating between fake and real and seeing these scary images around, like you mentioned. In older kids, there's the social anxiety. There's a lot of comparison of costumes amongst their peers, and often teenagers do group costumes. And if your child's not involved in that, they may feel left out, and that's another stressor. So you know your kid best, and parents just need to be aware, especially if they have a sensitive or anxious child.
Yeah, now if your child's experiencing anxiety or they're scared or nervous, I know you say the first tip is to talk with them about the holiday in advance to help minimize the anxiety, get them prepared for it. What are your suggestions for the best approach?
Yeah, you definitely want to talk to your child, not minimize their fears. That'll just make things worse. So you can talk to them what to expect, what they'll be seeing. If they're going to a party, you can call ahead and see what they would be doing there. For older kids and teens, let them know you're just a phone call away if they are starting to feel anxious, and you can get them at any time. And just really letting them know what to expect, I think, really is one of the biggest things.
Okay, so your next tip is for kids with anxiety from costumes. What is your suggestion to help with that?
Okay. Yeah, I think one of the big things is they'll have their costume, but really have them try it on before. You know, you can put it on, but they're going to be out and about for a long time, and you don't want a child who's uncomfortable that day, because we all know about meltdowns, or they'll just be more irritable, cranky, and add to stress. So have them wear it a couple days, have them just for a little bit at a time, and prepare ahead of time on that day. And then the other thing I would say is to have a backup. I've definitely had a backup costume used many times in my home. We all know kids change their mind all the time, so you might have had that costume for weeks that your kid really loves, and then on that day he doesn't want to wear it. So it's a good idea to have a backup just in case, and they can help you pick that out as well.
Got it. And you say you should be role-playing trick-or-treating. What's that mean?
Well, some kids are just, if they're shy and anxious, they're nervous about trick-or-treating or seeing strangers in unfamiliar homes. So you can take them in your own home or to a family that you know and at their home, and just practice what they would say when they're knocking on someone's door, or what they would do if they were giving out stuff at their home. And that can help alleviate any of the anxiety that they may be feeling if they're younger and they have they're nervous about that.
Okay, so your next tip is don't overdo it. What does that do as far as stress and anxiety?
Yeah, and that's with anything, really. You don't want your kid to be overtired, have too much planned, because that'll just increase any stress and anxiety, especially the younger child. You know, if they're overtired, they just really get irritable and cranky, and they're hard to manage. So I would say just a few blocks is fine for the younger kids if you're going to go trick-or-treating. They have enough time out there, and they're really having fun, and then you can go home. And most kids really enjoy giving out when trick-or-treaters come to their door, and they'll be home, they'll be resting, and that can really help.
Got it. And finally, if the child's just too scared to trick-or-treat, how do you make sure that you're having fun on Halloween, even if they can't go out and do that?
Yeah, and there are some kids, it's important, you don't want to push them. That would just make things worse, and you want to make them comfortable on their own time. So you can have them give out, like I mentioned, or have your own family tradition. A lot of families like to just have friends over, and the kids can dress up, and you can order pizza, or you can you can go pumpkin picking and pumpkin carving. Just like I said, you just don't want to push them, and do what's right for your family. And the most important thing is that your child's having fun.
All right. Well, Dr. Mitzner, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And to see more of her tips, you can follow her on Instagram at Dr. Alison Mitzner.